Welcome and welcome to the Arsenal Present match day. Manchester United hosting Arsenal at the Old Trafford. Should be very interesting. Should be very, very interesting. Let me make sure the feed is getting it right. No, YouTube and StreamYard be acting all funny sometimes. Let's make sure everything is good on this side. Let me make sure everything is good from the side. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Give me that moment to check the feed is all well and we're all live. All right, let me check it's live. Yes, we are all coming through with visuals. Let's check the audio. Le- Yeah. Great stuff. Yeah, it's all good. So we host those strikes. Sorry, those strikes host us at the Old Trafford, and the discourse, the narrative, Manchester United can do something. The Arsenal's boogie team. Lay off those cheap as narcotics or drugs. Lay off those drugs. Like you cannot be accusing Ten Hag of being delusional with his post-match and pre-match pressers and commentaries, and yeah, go behind and do the same thing. Like I remember when they were telling us, "Oh, Casemiro is better than Partey. Casemiro will be that guy that will facilitate their midfield." Delusion of grandeur. Extreme delusion of grandeur. They told us Varane, Champions League Varane, was going to turn their defense around. He turned the defense around in the wrong way. Yeah, he did. He actually turned your defense around. A player that can't play 5 straight games. It was a better sign than Ben White because he had a good time. He had a good spell at Real Madrid. You guys bought a finished Casemiro, a finished Varane, like called Champions League Varane. I have the audacity to call Ten Hag delusion, even though a lot of you celebrated these extremely poor signings. You see, Manchester United fans that have some brain who want to be logical and truthful. You know, last season had its issues, but somehow uh, Rashford and Casemiro had what I call star moments that actually helped you to gloss over the cracks. Right? Some of the games you won last season were not won with style. You just finessed it with moments of brilliance. You were finessing a lot of games with moments of brilliance. Now that the chicken has come back to roast, Ten Hag is a horrible manager, it's bad signing, we don't have style of play. There was never style of play. Your players were never good enough. Oh, I forgot the protocol. Let's resume the protocol real quick. Yeah, we have to do that. If you're watching the playback, you're watching live right now, please strike the like button. Very, very important for the growth of this channel. Strike the like button, subscribe, and make sure you turn on your notification bell. Let me repeat for those at the back or those that didn't catch it the first time. Like the video, the thumbs up button, strike it, subscribe. You're yet to subscribe. Make sure you check whether you're subscribed or not, and subscribe. And make sure you turn on your notification bell. Very, very important. That's why I can get notified when we go live and when we post content on this channel. Thank you so much. Let's go back to the match of the day. Manchester United hosting Arsenal. So back to the conversation. So if Man United fans are accusing Ten Hag of delusion, most of you, I won't say all of you, most of you, at least over 90% of you have been delusional with Ten Hag too. You approved of these signings, you praise these signings. Now that they're not working well, you know how to withdraw your approval, your endorsement, because results are not going well. Very, very interesting. Oh, Sanchez, absolute average player. I know a few months ago, someone came to my channel. I'm jealous of Kobe Mino. Why would I be jealous of a young chap? Why? We have better young chaps in Arsenal that have not even gotten the exposure they need because the team is extremely competitive. Why not just looks good in Man United dysfunctional team because the levels are low. That's why you are rating Kobe Mino high. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm saying he's a good player. He's not a top class player. He's not a world class player. I might never get to that level. But you guys saw a player that has a decent touch, that looks decent on the eye, because of the rest of the midfield look like a dumpster fire. You think you've seen the 10th wonder of the world. Wake up from your slumber, stop the cheap alcohol, stop the cheap drugs, and live in reality. The levels at Manchester United recently are extremely low there on the floor. There is no standard. Man U as a brand still stands tall, but the footballing entity is dying. needs rehabilitation, needs resurrection, needs resuscitation. Back to this game. I don't see the chance of Man U. I don't logically see it. I understand the possibility, but do not back up your argument with, oh, Man U Arsenal's booking team. Not this team. This team is a recently assembled team. This team has quality. This team are resilient. This team is vying for the league title. Even though I understand Manchester City have the advantage, but we are still fiercely competing with Manchester City. This team is on the level of Manchester City. Man United are not on the same level as Arsenal and Manchester City. And that's just a bitter truth. I get it. It's tough. Extremely tough for a lot of you to take it because you still live in the past. Oh, what man used to do 10, 20 years ago. Kudos. Sometimes I can enjoy a bit of history lesson in history class. But right now, in terms of the apparency, right now, in terms of reality right now, man, you are not. They are not part of the conversations in the upper echelon. Not even the midsection. You guys have the audacity to cream on Chelsea. Why you are struggling as Chelsea, like Chelsea too? And I could argue Chelsea seemingly have a brighter future than the Manchester United. Manchester United might have the name, the brand name, but Chelsea, even though they made some poor decisions, some poor signings, they seemingly have a brighter future than Manchester United. So all the audacity that I'm seeing online regarding today's game is just farcical, is comic at best. That oh no, Rashford will just pop up. Like, I understand. Rashford has a history of having moments. He's a moments player. He's not a world class. He's not even a top class player. You get over hyped him. I don't think he might have today. He might have his moment today. Number one, he's not much sharp. He's not much fit. He just come back from injury. I don't know that he's being rushed. We've seen for this season how Ten Hag and the medical staff have done a poor job at managing the Manchester United team. They're always rushing players back, and those players get crooked again and go back on the treatment table. So if they decide to rush Martinez and Rashford back because they want to save the figurative bleeding they might incur from Arsenal today, who am I to stop them? Who am I to stop them? But I don't see the sense in it. I do not see the sense of rushing players back just for you to save the potential beatdown you might get at Old Trafford with Arsenal coming to town. So do you, and do you? And for the Arsenal team, they know what's at stake. Yesterday, Man City trashed Fulham. I was expecting that Fulham could do a job, but they couldn't. So let's see what Tottenham can do, and let's see what West Ham can do in the next 2 games remaining. And for us, it's normal that I'm have a little bit of apprehension reservation before the game starts, but logically, I don't see the Manchester United chance against us. I don't just say it. We should conveniently beat Manchester United at Old Trafford. I don't care about the Old Trafford supposed for. It's not my fortress, it's a mattress where like I said in my preview, they'll be getting laid by mid-table teams at Old Trafford. They'll be getting laid. Fulham dominated them like no man's business. The 2-1 result against Fulham flatters Manchester United. It doesn't even reflect the full picture of how Fulham actually dominated, captured Manchester United. Let's talk about Bournemouth at Manchester United at Old Trafford. Dominated Manchester United. I think it was 3-0, 3-1. Emphatic victory against Manchester United at Old Trafford. So Old Trafford doesn't have that dreaded presence or aura he used to once carry. No, it's far gone. So I'm tired with these history lessons of what Old Trafford could do against Arsenal. Oh, 16 visits, Arsenal have 1 victory. There's context and nuances to those conversations. 16 visits, Arsenal have just 1 victory at Old Trafford. Number one, Arteta have not had 16 visits to Old Trafford. So simmer down. Arteta has not had 16 visits to Old Trafford. So the way you guys have a way of modeling the conversation, just throwing away stats, not applying the nuances, very, very convenient. Extreme convenient. Oh, it has 16 visits. No, Arteta has not had 16 visits. And Arteta actually won at Old Trafford. 1-0, remember? He has won there. And the team is different. The mentality of the team is different. When we went there for the 16 visits, what was the mentality of the team? What was the aspiration of the team? We're not competing for anything significant at that time in comparison to right now. We're not fighting for the title, right? You have these core players, the Salibas, the Gabriels, right? This core team that is challenging. You didn't have this team. So the way you just throw out these statistics without applying the context and nuances, extremely convenient because it's easy to push a narrative like the mainstream usually does easily. So apply the right context, apply the nuances. This is a different thing. This is a different thing. And out of those 16 visits, the Man United team we played those times, most of them were better than us at that time. They had a better team than us. Now we have a better team, a better manager, a better trajectory. So the conversation changes, extremely changes. So I am looking forward to today's match. It should be a good one. Now I'm not going to delude myself. If I'm saying Manchester United fans, I'm going to delude myself that we should go and avenge the 8-2 thumping they gave us a few years ago. I don't think it's possible. Now I understand we can score a few goals. I'll take a 3-0, 4-0, 5-0. I'll take it, but 8 in the 7s and 8, I don't think it's possible. It's their last home game at Old Trafford. No matter how bad the players are, they would not want to be embarrassed and disgraced in front of their home fans. Even though I still think they will lose, but not 7, 8, or 9 or 10-0. I don't. I think that's extremely ambitious from an Arsenal fan to think that we can go to Old Trafford and score 8 goals. It's not impossible. The probability is extremely low. Now, let's apply some logic and let's be reasonable. Let's not actually begin to exhibit what we are accusing Manchester United fans of doing, or use this delusion. Let's not exhibit that too. So if I'm saying Man United fans and their manager has been delusional about the quote unquote having a potential victory and stopping a title chart today, I can on the flip side say, oh, Arsenal will go down and score 8-0, 8-1, 8-2. Now we could score 3. It's not impossible to score 3 or 4, max 5. I don't see us scoring 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10. I don't just say it for personal pride. The last game of the season for at Old Trafford, I don't think they will allow it. So I'm just very confident, very optimistic that we should be going to Old Trafford and should be winning well. The priority is to win. Priority is to win. Then if you can score a few more goals, you take it. But the priority is to go to Old Trafford and win well. Give them no chances, if possible. We have a fantastic away record. Do not concede any goal and keep it moving. I would love 10 goals, 11, 12, if possible. That's the caveat. If possible, I would love us to go there and rip those guys apart. Their confidence on the floor, right? There's a lot of player power, a lot of unfit players there. I would love it, but is it feasible logically? I don't see it. Is it impossible? It's not impossible. Stranger things have happened in football. So I expect my boys to go there. They won't take Manchester United for granted. We know you are. Our players are professional. They know what's at stake. They're not going to take Manchester United for granted. Arteta will not even allow that state of mind. You will not allow that state of mind, regardless of how poor Manchester United are. We are not going to go there and take them for granted. So I'm expecting a very, very good game. A very, 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 very good game. And I hope to enjoy the thumping, the embarrassment of Manchester United today at Old Trafford. So if you haven't seen my preview, it's in channel, go there and watch a bit preview. I'm still sticking to my initial prediction, going for a 3-0 comprehensive win at Old Trafford. If you ask me for the predicted 11, now during the press conference, Arteta was saying we have a few injury concerns, and the names that were actually inferred or suggested were Tomiyasu and Saka. For Saka, I believe Saka will play. How many times have we heard, Saka is potentially going to miss a match, and we see him playing and playing 90 minutes. So I do not believe that. I know Arteta likes to be coy, he likes to be tricky, he likes not to give away things, he likes to lay doubt in the minds of the opposition manager or fans. So I expect Saka to come out and play. Now for Tomiyasu, who we know is a crooked kind of player, is always injured. I'm not sure about the severity of the injury. According to reports in the media, even though he didn't train, I think on Wednesday he didn't train, but was in the gym. It's just a doubt. I still expect him to play. If he doesn't play, we know the last time Zinchenko did not actually put up a good performance at Old Trafford, but I still expect him to play. He can still do a decent job. I get it. some of us don't appreciate the fact that what's his name, Zinchenko can be a liability sometimes. He's lots of concentration, making wrong decisions. But if you look at the whole package, Zini is not as bad as a lot of people are painting him. I mean, it's not really, if you don't trust Zini there, maybe Kivio can do a job there. But I still think Tomiyasu will be fit enough to start this game. It's just a doubt where there was no report of any significant injury. So I think Tomiyasu will play this game. The last game at Old Trafford, we've rested for 1 week. I think Tomiyasu will play this game. I just think Arteta likes to play these games. We know he likes to play these games with the press. He likes to play these games with opposition managers and fans. So I think both Tomiyasu and Saka reportedly having doubt will actually be fit enough to play this game, in my personal opinion. And there are reports that Timber is part of the squad. I don't expect him to play. I like Timber. I would love him to play, but I would love Timber to actually properly get rehabilitated and healed properly football fit and ready for next season. I don't expect us to rush him back. There's no need to rush what's his name? Timber back. Let him continue to get minutes under his belt, get match fitness, get match sharpness for next season. There is no need. We do not need to force or rush Timber back into this team. That is my personal opinion, and I stand by it 200%. So I'm expecting the same lineup that played our last game, same players. Let's go to Old Trafford, dominate them. Let's not play ping ball like they like to play. We are not going to be dragged to Manchester United's level. Now, Liverpool made a mistake trying to be went to Man U's level, playing that back and forth, and playing no back and forth to them. We're going to control the game, keep the ball when you need to keep the ball, move it around. We are not playing back and forth with Manchester United, because you go that route of the chaos football, they know how to play chaos football. So they might take advantage of us if we play that. Let's stick to our game plan. We will not go back and forth with them. We're going to control the game. We're going to press when we need to press, and want to retreat when we need to retreat. Against, we know how they're going to play. Counter attack, give it to Rashford. He wants to cut him. We know how they like to play. Give to Garnacho, let him run in behind the defense. If you keep a high line, we know how every Tom Dick and I knows how Manchester United is going to play. So don't give them those chances. Control the game, and you win the game easily. So let me know what you think, guys, in the comment section regarding all my commentaries. What you think about today's match? Are you confident, or are you kind of like looking at Manchester United like maybe you have a chance? Let me know in the comment section what you think about today's game. For me, I'm not arrogant. I'm just being confident based on the quality of our team. We have superior defense, superior midfield, superior attack, superior goalkeeper. So why can I not be logically optimistic and confident? That's not arrogance. That's being confident based on the quality you have. I'm not just waffling here and say, "Oh, I'm just confident based." I'm confident based on the quality of the team we have. So my confidence is being powered by logic. It's being powered by quality that you can see, verifiable confidence. So I'm up for the game. Hello, we have a good chance to win today, but I'm still conscious about Old Trafford as an Arsenal fan. Like I said, it's normal for you to have your reservations, but for me, you should go there and win. They are confident on the floor. They are not as good as us. We are better than them in all facets of the game. I get it. Football can be tricky. VAR can have a bad day. The referees can have a bad day. I understand those parts. But logically, comparing both teams is like comparing heaven and hell. There is no basis. Manchester United, objectively or not, are not on our level. We are better than. It is not me just saying this because I'm an Arsenal fan. No, we are objectively, not subjectively, objectively better than them. Will you take Manchester United goalkeeper? I guess your answer is no. Will you take their defense? No. Will you take their midfield? Will you take their attack? That's the logic I'm going by. But I get it. Football can be funny. It's not just based on quality of players, but most of the time, 90% of the time, you are guaranteed winning based on the quality you have against the other team. There's a reason why Sheffield United are being relegated, right? And Burnley, because they do not have the quality of players. So the more quality of players you have, the more your chances. So that's the logic. And we have better players, objectively better players than Manchester United. So my confidence is being fueled by the fact that we have better players than Manchester United. We play better. Look at the league position. Like there is this saying that league position doesn't lie. Look at the disparity between us and Manchester United. Look at the points gap. Look at the goals gap. Look at the playing pattern gap. So come on. I still understand your apprehension as a fan that like maybe something can go wrong. I get that, which happens to everybody because you are human and humane. So yeah, it happens. But looking at both teams, we should be beating them well. So I am confident we're going to beat this lot. I am very, very confident we are better than them. And I understand that the players know what's at stake. You cannot afford to go there and draw or let them know lose. So the players know what's at stake. The players know they are better. The players know that you can't take them for granted. Just go there and win the game. Chicken, just go there and win the game. So that'll be my match day conversation. Shout out to everybody that has been here with me. Shout out to Ike for this message. Shout out to you. So I'm happy. I am just happy. I am very, very happy that we'll go there and win today. Just that Man City are just proven to be stubborn. We have been at the place earlier with better teams than them, but drew or lost. Yeah, I get that conversation, but see, the nuance in that conversation is that what do you mean by better team? In the last 16 years, I've had just one victory. And let's not forget, those 16 matches, not 16 years, the 16 matches we've played, how many has Arteta played? Because they just throw out stats without the right nuance and conversations. Arteta has won at Old Trafford 2 years ago, 3 years ago, yeah. Arteta has won at Old Trafford. So, you know that Arteta has not won there, right? And this team, see, let's look at the power of apparency. This particular team is not going to fall for the gimmickry and the tricks and the so-called voodoo or bad spell of Old Trafford. No, we're going to go there and play well and win. This is a different team. In the last 16 visits, like I mentioned earlier, what was our trajectory? The teams we went there with. Now you are saying that better team. Now that better team, there is context for you saying better team. Those better teams, none of those better teams were vying for the league. Supposedly, the better team went there. None of them were fighting for the league. None of them were second at that time. And in those 16 last visits, Manchester United, out of the 16 visits, I would say potentially 10 had better team than us. So there's a lot of nuance laced in those statistics and in those teams. But look at this team right now. Like, let me ask you, will you take their defense ahead of our defense? Will you take their midfield ahead of our midfield? Will you take their attack ahead of our attack? Will you take their goalkeeper? The objective answer is no. So sometimes statistics can be very misleading. So you have to apply the context. See, people just throw out statistics. It's no nuance, no context to look at statistics objectively. That's why if you throw me a statistic, I'm looking at the nuance, I'm looking at the objectivity of it. I'm looking at hidden information that might not be apparent when you throw out those statistics. So when you say better teams, it is very subjective. That one day with better teams. None of those better teams are as good as this team we have right now. No, show me the better teams we went there with lost that are better than this team. Yeah, I understand. Rashford always scores versus us. Provided win the game, I don't care if he scores. Provided I look at the bigger picture. Let Rashford score. Provided win the game, I don't really care. He scored against us at the Emirates, but we won the game. So we know Rashford is a fair weather player. We know him. That's why the delusion Manchester United keep on rating a player who is a moment player and how many times does have the moment. And they call a moment player a world-class player, which is sick. That's the delusion a lot of Manchester United faithfuls, their pundits, so-called pundits, their former players continue to push a player that has moments. And those moments are once in a while. Like I said, I agree with you, Iggy. I will not be surprised if he scores today. But guess what? I don't care, provided we win the game. See, that is the consolation he gives to Manchester United fans, and that is the dopamine he shoots Manchester United fans with, and they keep on getting high on it. Oh, maybe Rashford, he can do something. He can, maybe. You see, the relationship between Manchester United fans and Rashford is very, very. It is reminiscent of the straight pharmaceutical people. They give you enough to keep on coming and hoping. They give you a little bit more to get you to that level and keep on coming. That's what Rashford is doing with them. We all know objectively. This is not me hating on Rashford. He is not a world-class player. How can you Do well one season, next season you fall off the cliff. You do it one season, no. That's too much inconsistency. So I still believe we will win today, even though Rashford scores. I don't really care. Just win the game. The objective is to win. Then the following objective is to score as much goals as possible. So that's it. So shout out to you, Mr. Ige. Let me go and prepare for that thing and watch the game, and I'll come back and do perhaps a live reaction after the match ends. Then me and Mr. Ifusam might actually do a proper review of the match tomorrow morning, God willing. So shout out to Mr. Ige. Shout out to all of you that have been part of this stream. Like the video if you're watching on the playback. Very, very important that you strike a like on the video. Subscribe, make sure you turn on your notification bell. Let me repeat for those at the back or do it him first time. Strike a like, the thumb button, like the video, very, very important. Subscribe here to subscribe and make sure you turn on your notification bell so you can get notified when we go live or when we post content on this community we are trying to build. You are free to disagree with me. This is not an echo chamber. Make sure your disagreements are logical. Make sure the disagreement makes sense. I do not entertain trolling. If you want to throw, there are other channels that cater to those kind of dysfunctional habits. You can go there. Here, we challenge each other rationally, objectively, and logically. So it is what it is. So, guys, as an Arsenal fan, I believe we are very logical to expect a win because we have a better team, and that's just fair. Like, we are not just thumping our chest because we are being delusional or high on some hope. No, we are high on logic and objectivity, and we should be going to Old Trafford and beating those lots. Like I said, it's not more a fortress. Old Trafford is like a mattress. They get laid by Fulham, they got laid by Bournemouth. They've gotten laid by a lot of teams this season. Why can't we just go there and lay them up too? Come on. They're like a time bicycle. Everybody is getting a ride. So let's go there and get a ride too. Like the video, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, very important. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye for now.